Well, as partial as I am to my own family's Alexa skill, silly things, or my personal show, Play the Jennifer Bukowski Show, here's an Alexa skill that takes it to the next level. Trey, play this clip.
Alexa, we need guns.
You see a bureau right now. A drawer's coming out filled with handguns, beautifully displayed.
Alexa, close the drawer.
There are six or seven guns.
Alexa, we need lots of guns.
Lots of guns. Holy guacamole. Now the top of this bureau is rising up. Music is playing. And a lit up, backlit thing with, what is that? An AR-15?
Yep, we got AR-15, and I'm sure what the other model is right there.
Wow.
It's some John Wick stuff going on right there.
Big guns. So that is how you do an Alexa skill. And this would actually be an example of mechatronics, which is one of the topics that my good friend Alan Sharrock is here to talk about today. Welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you so much for having me on today.
Now tell us what you do.
Yeah, wonderful. So I am the apprenticeship coordinator for Moberly Area Community College. And what I do is I go out and I work with businesses and underemployed and unemployed people to try to help, one, get job placement, but two, also provide them some entry-level training so that way that whenever they go into a manufacturing environment, one, that they can be safe, and two, they can be productive and kind of understand what's going on, because we all know that everything that we have is manufactured in some way, but a lot of manufacturing is just, it's unseen. Unless you watch how it's made, you may not know exactly what to expect whenever you walk into a factory. And so we just want to make sure that we're working with people that's kind of new to that industry.
And what do they learn? Tell us about the Mechatronics program.
Okay, so in the Mechatronics program, it's one of our new programs, and students that come in, they will learn DC-AC, they will learn hydraulics, fluid power. They're going to understand PLC programming. They're going to understand how to wire up limit switches. They can work with sensors and things like you've seen in that cool cabinet video right there, to where they would know how to get something to act in a certain way based upon a control input.
Yeah, it's just so to get like an electrical system and a computer and mechanical systems to talk to each other.
Precisely. Whenever
that sounds pretty useful. How much do jobs, like for students that go through that program, what kind of money are they looking at getting?
Let me tell you something. Right now in Missouri, and manufacturing in Missouri is one of the highest paid industries. Okay, it is a $58,000 a year versus starting.
What?
I have a student. Okay?
I made less than $40,000 when I started as an attorney at the public defender's office.
I put a student on an internship, and that internship paid $24 an hour, Jennifer.
$24 an hour at an internship?
At an internship, Jennifer.
That is very high.
That is very high. And the reason why it's high is because right now in America, we kind of have what's called a skills gap. Okay. We don't have enough young people that's entering the skilled trades industry. And so it's a supply demand kind of situation. And people are hungry for young talent. People are hungry for individuals that want to go out and troubleshoot, design things, and get these machines operating, because manufacturing in Missouri is the #2 industry behind agriculture. And so if we are going to grow as a state, we got to make sure that we have good skilled technicians that can go in there and keep these machines operating, because some of these machines, when they go down, Jennifer, people will lose, literally thousands of dollars an hour off of lost revenue because a machine is stalled.
That's why it's worth it to have people on hand that are well paid and trained to do that. In an information age, my husband is the one that brought this point up several years ago, and he's totally right. He nailed it. It's foreign languages are kind of becoming antiquated. Mm-hmm. The foreign language that we need our kids to know and that we're getting our kids, training in is computer programming, because the people that are able to talk to computers, they can have the computer speak whatever language they need them to. And then if you take it to the next level with mechatronics, if they're able to get computers and electrical systems and all that to interact,
yes,
and actually do things,
yes,
open cabinets or robot arms or whatever, That's very valuable.
It is extremely valuable. You know,
And real, but I mean, as much as I like the girls that I interview for nanny positions because they want to go study, you know, women's lit and get their master's in that. How useful is that out to the society compared to some of these other things?
Well, I don't have any studies on what the
I'll tell you what, they're not getting internships that pay $24 an hour if they're women lit majors or whatever.
Probably not. No, I don't think so. You know, it's these types of degrees from.
How long is the program?
The program is 2 years. Okay.
That's it. So you could go to, so I go to law school after getting my master's in accounting, 5 years, then 3 years law school, and I get a job making way less than someone starting out of a mechatronics program after 2 years can start out at $58,000.
That is correct. Yes.
Dang.
Yes. The economy has changed a lot, Jennifer, out there. And I really feel like.
I don't like how lawyers are ranking anymore. Like, I thought lawyers used to be kind of the top. Now we're like, not as important as we used to be, it seems like, to the economy at large. Who do I sue about that?
I don't know. I tell you what, it's an interesting thing that we're seeing in our economy, Jennifer. Young people, I think, don't always know about the skilled trades because I don't think that's a conversation that's being had a lot of times over at the dinner table. You know, and
there's kind of a stigma against it. I feel like growing up, like that was looked down upon as opposed to four-year universities. But if you start showing me the money, especially to Missouri kids,
yes,
I think they might be paying attention. That's why I wanted to have you on.
Well, I greatly appreciate you having me on. You know, there's a really cool video out there on YouTube called "Success in the New Economy," and basically, what it says is that for every master's degree student that there's 2 jobs that you only need a bachelor's degree, but there's 7 jobs out there that are for skilled technicians. And we have to have that conversation as a state, as policy people out there. What are we going to do to generate young people's interest into entering the skills trades? Okay. And if companies, manufacturers, Jennifer, if they can't find these mechatronics students, if they can't find people that want to get their hands dirty and be a good troubleshooter, they're going to go someplace where they can find those workers because, you know, we work in a global economy. There's lots of states that are offering incentives to get businesses to relocate. And so if we don't have this skilled workforce out there, unfortunately, some of these companies may decide to relocate someplace else.
If you're just joining us, this is the Jennifer Bogosky Show. I'm talking to my friend Alan Chirac, who's the apprenticeship coordinator at MACC. Speaking of manufacturing in Missouri,
yes.
I'd like to know how that's going. But first, I had a comment. Like, if these kids are interested in, like, I took a course on Italian cinema as an undergrad. There's no reason I couldn't like learn about Italian cinema or history or anything else on my own separately and do like an actual real skill that has value. But how's manufacturing doing now? Trump is big on manufacturing jobs. Is it recovering in Missouri? How do you feel?
It really is. I mean, you know, we had the economy downturn in 9-10. Things have really started to go up more. I can tell you that manufacturers are very optimistic right now. As you know, we have the new trade agreement, you know, that's going into effect. Manufacturing in Missouri has been growing. It's a $40 billion industry in Missouri. That labor pool is $20 billion. We employ roughly 275,000 people in the state of Missouri.
Wow.
Yes.
In a state of 6 million people, that's a lot.
It is. And, you know, there's a lot of really interesting things that get made in Missouri. You know, we have
what?
Well, like all the hot dogs, you know, the Kraft. Okay. Those are all made in Missouri. If you ever eat any of those Quaker rice cakes, you know, that are in the round tubes, that, you know, have the different flavors, those are made right here in Columbia, Missouri. Beyond Meat is right here in Columbia, Missouri.
That's on fire. That
company is on fire.
Mizzou professor invented that.
Yes. You know, of course, we have our automobile manufacturing. You know, some interesting things is there's a company up in Kirksville called Hollister, and it's not the shirt company, okay, but they make ostomy care products. And I think they've got like 75% of the world's share, and it's made right there in Kirksville, Missouri. 1 in 4 cars will have a part made in Mexico, Missouri at Spartan Light Metals. And so, you know, people don't understand this because in manufacturing, you look at the building, you see the sign on the outside of the building, but you really don't know what's going on inside that building. You know,
no, you don't.
You don't. And you know,
I've lived here how long, and I didn't know all the hot dogs were made in Missouri. I could go see the sausage getting made. Is that what you're telling me this whole time?
you probably have to get on a tour or something like that, but I believe it's a possibility. Yes, and we'll try to set something up.
Well, that's awesome. How do people find out about your program in mechatronics or otherwise?
Wonderful. Well, you just go to macc.edu and you look at our programs, and then we will be in the Associates of Applied Science department. And we have an ag technology program that allows students to where they learn a little bit about agriculture, but also the technology, the precision ag, the hydraulics, the electrical stuff that you need. We have an advanced manufacturing program to where students can learn how to be a machinist. They can take welding classes.
Go check that out, guys, and stick around because next, you won't believe what R. Kelly used to blackmail women. And that's next on the Jennifer Bukowski Show on 93.9 The Eagle.